The Merchant of Death. In the misty peaks of the Smoky Mountains, a chilling tale whispered from generation to generation spoke of the sinister merchant of death. A specter, it was said, who roamed the rugged trails in the late 1800s. Clad in a long, tattered cloak with a face veiled by shadows, the merchant carried a peculiar sack slung over his back, its contents forever a mystery. Travelers and mountain folk alike told of a haunting melody that preceded the merchant's arrival. The soft notes of an otherworldly flute would echo through the forest, sending chills down the spines of those who heard it. Soon after, the figure would emerge from the fog, offering wares that no one dared refuse. Strange trinkets, glittering jewels, and rare herbs, each item seemed to tempt the buyer's deepest desires. But there was a price beyond coin. The merchant's goods bore a curse. Within days of a purchase, tragedy would strike. Farmers who bought his enchanted seeds saw their crops wither to ash. Hunters who traded for unerring arrows vanished in the woods, their bodies never found. And those who dared to bargain for riches or power met even grimmer fates, succumbing to strange illnesses or fatal accidents. The merchant never spoke, save for a chilling farewell. Choose wisely, for time is but a fleeting shadow. One particularly grim tale spoke of Caleb Grayson, a logger who encountered the merchant near the summit of Bloodstone Ridge. Caleb, desperate to save his ailing wife, traded his prized silver locket for a vial of what the merchant claimed was a powerful elixir. Caleb rushed home, administering the potion, only for his wife to gasp her last breath moments later. Days later, Caleb was found lifeless beneath a fallen tree, his eyes wide with terror. Over the years, those who survived brief encounters with the merchant noted peculiar details. His footprints left no trace, even on fresh snow. Animals fled in his wake, and flames dimmed to embers in his presence. Yet his legend persisted, growing darker with each retelling. Some believed the merchant was a harbinger of death, an immortal soul cursed to ferry mortal lives to the afterworld. Others claimed he was a demon, preying on human greed and desperation. A few even whispered that he was the ghost of a peddler murdered on the mountain trails, seeking vengeance against the living. Another tale recounts the disappearance of young Annie Whitlow, a bright-eyed girl who lived in a cabin deep in the woods. One autumn evening, she encountered the merchant and, enchanted by a glowing glass orb, traded her mother's handcrafted quilt. Days later, Annie wandered into the woods and never returned. Her faint laughter was said to echo through the trees on moonlit nights. By the early 1900s, sightings of the sinister merchant dwindled, though his legacy endured in the mountain lore. Travelers still hesitated to tread the old paths alone, especially on fog-laden nights when the eerie strains of a flute could occasionally be heard. Even now, old-timers warn their children and grandchildren to beware the allure of strangers bearing gifts in the mountains. There was a tale of James Cartwright, a trapper who stumbled upon the merchant but managed to resist his wares. Terrified, James fled, only to be haunted by nightmares of the merchant's hollow eyes and whispered warning. James's cabin later burned to the ground, though he escaped with his life, a rare occurrence in the merchant's shadow. Was the sinister merchant of death a mere tale spun to frighten the unwary, or did something truly sinister stalk the Smokies in those bygone days? No one can say for sure. Yet the chilling melody and the shadowed figure remain etched in the collective memory of those who call the mountains home, a grim reminder of the thin veil between life and death. Many elders still claim that if you hear the flute's eerie tune, It's a warning to turn back. No one who ignored it has ever been seen again. Whether a ghost or a curse, the merchant's influence endures, reminding us all to beware of what we wish for and the price we're willing to pay. On occasion, hikers report glimpses of a shadowy figure near Bloodstone Ridge. Some say the merchant lingers, waiting for the next unwitting soul to strike a bargain they'll never live to regret. The sinister merchant of death is a story that refuses to fade, a dark thread woven into the fabric of the Smoky Mountains. Whether a lesson in greed or a supernatural warning, the merchant's legend lives on, haunting the dreams of all who dare to wander the misty trails. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe.